So let us begin to discuss this book of Enoch. We have elected to include within this binding the Sefer of the prophet Enoch, also known as 1 Enoch. While some historians have rejected Enoch or Enoch as heresy, Kepha Sheni, 2 Peter 2, verses 4 to 5, indicates that one of the believers in Enoch, was Kepha himself, for he states, quote, "For if Yah spared not the angels that sinned, but cast them down to Sheol, and delivered them unto chains of darkness to be watched unto the judgment of anguish, and spared not the old world, but saved Noach, the eighth person, a preacher of righteousness, bringing in the flood upon the world of the wicked, the delivery into chains of darkness and the being watched unto the judgment of anguish is discussed only in the Sefer Enoch. While the Ethiopian Bible, the earliest complete collection in the world, has always contained both Enoch and Yovelim, the decision to include both of these books was made easier when Paleo-Ivrit or ancient Hebrew versions of Enoch and Yovelim Jubilees were found in Cave 4 at Qumran in the Dead Sea Scrolls. While some of these fragments are disparate, there is substantial evidence that the Ethiopian text comports with these fragments. The Sefer Enoch was clearly known to early Christian writers, as the following quote from Enoch 2:1 indicates. In the 7th generation from Adam, Enoch also prophesied these things, saying, "Behold, Yahweh comes with 10,000s of his Kodashim, to execute judgment upon all, and to convince all that are wicked among them of all of their wicked deeds which they have wickedly committed, and of all their hard speeches which wicked sinners have spoken against him." This is from Yehuda, the book of Jude, verses 14 and 15. We have included the writing known as 1 Enoch, and we do not include the writings called 2 Enoch or 3 Enoch herein. The Epistle of Barnabas, young Origen, Clement of Alexandria, and Tertullian all considered 1 Enoch to be scripture. Tertullian wrote in concerning the genuineness of the prophecy of Enoch or Enoch, quote, "I am aware that the scripture of Enoch or Enoch, which has assigned this order of action to angels, is not received by some, because it is not admitted into the Jewish canon either. But since Enoch, in the same scripture, has preached likewise concerning Mashiach, nothing at all must be received by us which pertains to us. And we read that every scripture suitable for edification is divinely inspired. To these considerations is added the fact that Enoch possesses a testimony in the Apostle Jude." This is Tertullian on the apparel of women in the Ante-Nicene Fathers of the 3rd century, Tertullian, part 4th, Minucius Felix, Commodian, Origen, parts 1st and 2nd, edition Alexander, Roberts, James Donaldson, and A. Cleveland Coates, translation S. Thelwall, volume 4, Buffalo, New York, Christian Transliterature Company, 1885, in verse 15. The Sefer Enoch is referenced in what is called the New Testament, Brit Hadashah, at least 40 times. Several of these are even direct quotations, though not directly attributed to Enoch. In the Sefer Yehuda, Jude 14 and 15, there is a direct quotation attributed specifically to Enoch himself. Many concepts of Enoch are found in the New Testament, such as the springs of living waters, Yahuchanan or John 4:13 and 14. Enoch 49 verse 1. The new heaven and the new earth, Kiseon or Revelation 21:1. Enoch 92 verses 16 through 17. And several of the Beatitudes, Matthew or Matthew 5, Lucas 6, but also found in Enoch 5 verse 7 and in chapter 95 verse 8. Further, there are substantial messianic prophecies set out in Enoch. "At that time my eyes beheld the dwelling of the elect of truth, belief, and righteousness. Countless shall be the number of the holy and the elect in the presence of Elohim forever and ever." That's Enoch, chapter 39, verses 5 and 6. "Then I heard the voices of those upon the 4 sides magnifying Yahweh of glory. The first voice blessed Yahweh Sevaot forever and ever. The second voice I heard blessing the elect one, and the elect who suffer on account of Yahweh Sevaot. The third voice I heard petitioning and praying for those who dwell upon the earth and supplicate the name of Yahweh Sevaot. The fourth voice I heard expelling the impious angels and prohibiting them from entering into the presence of Yahweh Sevaot to accuse the inhabitants of the earth." This is Enoch or Enoch, chapter 40, verses 3 through 7. In that day shall the elect one sit upon the throne of glory, and shall choose their conditions and countless habitations, while their ruach within them shall be strengthened, when they behold my elect one, for those who have fled for protection to my holy and glorious name. In that day I will cause my elect one to dwell in the midst of them, and will change heaven, and will bless it and illuminate it forever. That's Hanok, chapter 45, verse 3 and 4. Wisdom is poured forth like water, and glory fails not before him forever and ever. For potent is he in all the secrets of righteousness. But iniquity passes away like a shadow, and possesses not a fixed station. For the elect one stands before Yahweh Sebaot, and his glory is forever and ever, and his power from generation to generation. With him dwells the Ruach Da'at V'Chokmah, the spirit of knowledge and wisdom, the Ruach HaTorah, the spirit of instruction, and Geberah, spirit of power, and the Ruach of those who sleep in righteousness. He shall judge the secret things, nor shall any be able to utter a single word before him, for the elect one is in the presence of Yahweh Sebaot, according to his own pleasure. Hanok, chapter 49, verses 1 through 4. In those days shall the earth deliver up from her womb, and Sheol deliver up from hers that which it has received, and destruction shall restore that which it owes. He shall select the righteous and the holy from among them, for the day of their Yeshua, or salvation, has approached. And in those days shall the elect one sit upon his throne, while every secret of intellectual wisdom shall proceed from his mouth, for Yahweh Sebaot has gifted and glorified him. Hanok 51, verses 1 through 3. O you kings, O you mighty who inhabit the world, you shall behold my elect one, sitting upon the throne of my glory. And he shall judge Azazel, all his associates, and all of his hosts, in the name of Yahweh Sebaot. That's Enoch 55, verse 5. Then they received the commandment, all in the heavens above, to whom a combined power, voice, and splendor like fire were given. And first with voice they blessed him, they exalted him, they glorified him with wisdom, ascribed to him wisdom with the word, and with the breath of life. Then Yahweh Sebaot seated upon the throne of his glory, the elect one, who shall judge all the works of the holy in heaven above, and in a balance shall he weigh their actions. And when he shall lift up his countenance to judge their secret ways, and the word of the name of Yahweh Sebaot, and their progress in the path of the righteous judgment of El Elyon, they shall all speak with united voice, and bless, glorify, exalt, and praise in the name of Yahweh Sebaot. Enoch, chapter 61, verse 8 through 12. Thus Yahweh commanded the kings, the princes, the exalted, and those who dwell on the earth, saying, open your eyes and lift up your horns, if you are capable of comprehending the elect one. Hanok 62, 1. Also see Hanok 46, 1 through 3, 48, 2, 62, 9 through 10, 63, 15, 69, 38 through 41, 71, 71, 17, 48, 11, and 52, 4. In Daniel 12, 9 through 10, the text refers to words that are shut up until the end of time. And he said, go your way, Daniel, for the words are closed up and sealed to the time of the end. Many shall be purified and made white and tried, but the wicked shall do wickedly, and none of the wicked shall understand, but the wise shall understand. Daniel, chapter 12, verses 9 through 10.